0.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got JaVale McGee. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Dallas, they've got Marjanovic. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Passes to Jokic. Back to Porter. Down low. And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Porter. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
McGee with the block. But they'll get another chance. Porzingis can't hit.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And finished off by Porter.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. It's the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the game. Morris kicks to Porter. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Doncic against Morris. Out to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Shot clock reset for Dallas. It's good.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Now, here's Jokic. Morris inside. Guarded by Doncic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to McGee. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Trey Burke's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Brunson. It's not going to go for him. And Denver the other way now. Millsap finds Gordon. No good that time. Great D that time from Hardaway. The Mavericks trailer. It's tipped. Right side, Gordon. Now the feed to Millsap. And there's the pass to Harrison. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Brunson. And no No good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Harrison. Brunson covering. Harrison passes to Millsap. 6 to shoot. That one a little long.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And that one's good. Burke.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
The Nuggets shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Cauley Stein throws it down. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Harrison. Burke covering. And stolen by Burke. And that one, good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. Here's Brunson. Following the score by Aaron Gordon. Burke the pass to Brunson. Dishes it to Powell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Green kicks to Rivers. From the line, Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks leading. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Millsap inside. Pass to Harrison. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Jokic. Gordon finds Jokic. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Dallas leading by 4. The drive by Doncic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. The kick out to Porter. Knocked away and stolen by Burke. Finished off the break. Burke's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Nuggets making a switch here. Rivers checked in. The Nuggets trail. There's the pass to Millsap. With the teardrop. The shot comes out. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Jokic. And stolen by Redick. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Here's Marjanovic. Goes up again. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Rivers. 2 free throws coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Doncic. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway dishes to Cauley Stein. And stolen by Bull. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
We've got Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Morris against Doncic. High post try, and he gets the jumper to drop. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. If you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Porter against Richardson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And a switcher also for Denver. Harrison's checked in. Now here's Brunson. Doncic finds Powell. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Jokic. Outside, Porzingis. Powell down low. Morris is there. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 6 points.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Morris into the lane. The shot's good from McGee.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Mavs.
Mavericks leading by 12. Outside, Porzingis. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Yes, that goes in. Harrison's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Gordon. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. And that's now 6 points for Aaron Gordon. Morris against Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
We've got 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Yep, it counts. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic against Gordon. A pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, go get it, big fella. Porzingis with the skyscraper.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. And Jokic wide open. He shoots offline with his 3. Mavericks leading by 10. Doncic passes to Brunson. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. And McGee kicks to Morris. Denver the rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Brunson with it. Floats it up for Doncic. And he lays in the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Paul Millsap. Hole is out there with Harrison. It's Najee in at the power forward. Clock at 4. Burke can't get it to go. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Down by 12. Pass to Hardaway. This one for 3. Denver grabs the miss.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Passes it to Burke. Lets it go with the 3. It's Hardaway that time on the assist by Burke. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
Millsap dishes the ball. Denver passing it around. Here's Najee. Cauley Stein defending. Loads it up for Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Hardaway passes to Powell. He kicks it to Burke beyond the arc. He's off on that one. And Denver the other way now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now Brunson. Releases from 15. Offensive rebound. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Kicks the ball. 13 feet away. And that one hits back iron. Mavericks leading by 13. Outside Hardaway. Cauley Stein. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. A different look for Denver. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Willie Cauley-Stein.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And Porzingis puts up a deep 3. Dallas no good that time either. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Doncic, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
And here is Doncic all alone. The shot, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. DA,
Kevin, thank you.
indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. George passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Puts up a three. The Mavericks pull it in.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
All set.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, George. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper. Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Doncic with it. Over George. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Doncic against George. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Outside, George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Guys, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level.
Here's Doncic. The Clippers getting the bucket. Richardson with it. George picks him up and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Kennard. He dishes it to Cousins. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And it's Leonard missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 9. And here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell comes in for Porzingis, and it's Burke in for Doncic.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. It's tipped. Batum with the steal. Up the floor. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. For moments during that. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. And they're pushing it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
From deep. Powell pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Redick for 3. The putback. The pass to Cauley Stein. Shoots the 3. Shot clock reset for Dallas. The deep 3 from Redick. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Clippers trail by 15. Jacks up a 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
Now here's Burke. No points in the game yet for him. Baseline J on the way. Again, the Mavericks score.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
No good on that one. Dallas leading by 15. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And George is subbed in for Kennard.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Finney-Smith. 17-point lead, their biggest. Here's Powell. Cauley Stein dishes to Powell. Richardson the pass to Burke. The 3. Traps in the tray. Burke's got 5. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 20. Nobody near George. The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 7.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And here is Burke after Paul George getting his 3 to go. 1:05 left to play in the first half. Here's Morris, finished off the break.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Dallas leading by 15. Richardson left side. Finney-Smith kicks to Burke. Richardson for 3. Second chance effort. Powell, the pass to Burke. Dallas again missing.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Burke, the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Burke. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Beverly. Burke looking over the floor. Here's Powell, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 9 points, 2 assists. And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
You got Burke. Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic outside. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 11. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. And the shot is long. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And George with the stuff.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Here's Jackson. Not going to go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Keeps it alive.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Zubac. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. Pass to Marjanovic. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Cousins. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Rondo. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Doncic with the steal. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. Goes up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Richardson outside. And he gets it to go. Richardson's got his second basket. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Leonard attacking outside Rondo. Misses the three.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The drive by Cousins.
Boy, he gets a head of steam like that. He is a terror to behold. Cousins getting it done.
1:09 left in the third quarter. Here's Doncic. Great D that time from Batum.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo.
Hey, let's face it, some of the shots Redick makes are unguardable. He knows he can drain it from way deep.
Inside, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen. After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. He gets it up, and he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay?
The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 6. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Mavericks leading by 6. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Luke Kennard. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. Just 5 on the clock. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one. And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. The Mavericks shooting here about 46% for the game. Outside, Redick. Here's Brunson, and the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Beverly the pass to Cousins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Dallas calls timeout. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but you can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Beverly against Doncic. Poked away, and Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now, Kennard.
And Powell is a really reliable defender. I mean, he's excellent using his length and his quickness to throw shooters off.
Deflects the pass. Here's Kennard. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Pass to Kennard. To the paint. Here's Oturu. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the wide open shot from Redick kept alive. Powell kicks to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Porzingis comes in for Cauley-Stein. And Josh Richmond, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George against Doncic. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
The 3 from George. A rebound by Marjanovic.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And yes, it's good.
Boy, you look at Porzingis. This guy's very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
George passes to Morris. The tray. Count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot, no good.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to rein it in down the stretch here.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
The deep 3 from Porzingis. But they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. The Mavericks rebound.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Richardson, good. Richardson's got his team on the board to start the game for the Mavs.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard left side. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. A pass to Porzingis and stolen by Lillard. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by Richardson.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. And so just over a minute and a half played. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Oh, man, come on. Injuries like this can change the course of a game, even the whole season. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Now, here's Doncic. 14 feet away. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard with no one around. Portland again missing.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. From downtown. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard scanning the floor. It's Covington on the wing. And here's Anthony from the arc. That shot no good. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Finney-Smith out to Porzingis. And it's off from 3-point range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
And here is Doncic. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 4. Anthony, the pass to Covington. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks.
Right there, you see Richardson's size and length at the rim possesses great physical tools.
Lillard against Doncic. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. Now here's Brunson. Powell finds Redick. Cauley Stein with it. Over Cantor. Here's Redick. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Simons. Cantor inside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Time now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on C.J. McCollum. David?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Trailblazers was able to update me on the situation. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. They're holding him out for the rest of the game, and although they don't think he'll be out long, they haven't ruled out the chance that he could miss additional games as well. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard. Trailblazers trail by 5. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Burke. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Cantor. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. The Trailblazers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Jones, no one around him. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Brunson, and it's sent back by Lillard. It's Anthony with the drive. Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony. Feeds it to Cantor. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Brunson the pass to Burke. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Damian Lillard. And it's blocked. Powell finds Porzingis. Back to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Porzingis inside. Covington's there. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Burke.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Here's Powell. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And the The official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Redick comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. And Portland with a change here too. Nurkic is checked in. Here's Simons. High post, Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. Now the pass to Powell. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to Nurkic. Jones from outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Poke loose. And now Portland on the break.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Now, here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Richardson. The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Good on both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Richardson against Powell. It's Jones on the wing. Back to Powell. The feed to Nurkic. The 11-footer. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 3-point lead. Drains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got 5.
Oh, I mean, the main weapon in Redick's arsenal, he's out here to shoot it from deep, and he does that well.
Powell against Richardson. 16 feet away. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq making some great personnel.
Yeah, they traded up.
Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Burke in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
3-pointer, Lillard. The shot that time, not on target.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Cauley-Stein, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table. and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Now here's Powell. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Powell in the high post, passes it to Lillard. Count that bucket. Lillard's got 9.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Brunson against Lillard. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. This is to Cauley Stein. Powell trying to free himself up. Cauley Stein's shot is good. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Using incredible balance and mobility for his position, Nurkic drives all the way to the rim.
Brunson with it. Outside Hardaway. It's Burke atop the key. Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team. And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller. The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Covington dishes to Anthony. Covington kicks to Powell. Covington passes to Powell. Lillard from outside. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Now here's Lillard following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. Misses from short range.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist from Cauley-Stein. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Out to Anthony. Cauley-Stein against Lillard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith Cauley-Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Pass to Powell. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
For the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Carmelo Anthony. Dallas leading by 6. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Doncic finds Marjanovic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard outside. To the middle. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 5 now.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from Finney-Smith. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. It's Powell on the wing. Down low. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
A springy guy. Richardson is a great leaper, and he can get way up for it, too.
Got it off in time, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas, headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us.
All right, Mavs fans, key
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Covington in at the 4. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard outside. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And it's Lillard again missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. From outside the arc. That one's not going to go.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Jones, that's for 2. Portland, no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's the 3. Lillard with the rebound. There's the 3. He can't hit that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. The 3 from Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach. And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Now, here's Doncic. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Trailblazers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jones in the post, guarded by Marjanovic. Lillard from outside, nailed from three-point land.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Doncic looking it over. And Jones sends it back. Lillard outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. And again, unable to change momentum here. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in for Jones.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very good.
Now here's Hardaway. Kicks it to Doncic. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Doncic. Now Lillard. Anthony down low. Marjanovic on him. Kanter finds Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Shot from free throw range. Back to Lillard. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Richardson. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Come on!
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Now, here's Lillard. He kicks it to Covington. Back to Lillard for 3. Nails the tray.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Hardaway. It's good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard in the corner, Powell with it. It falls!
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he's always going to be a main scorer for them, and tonight they really let him loose. Almost half their points have come through him, and we're so used to seeing him have nights like this that we almost take it for granted.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Right side, Redick. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by... Coming up next, the NBA on 2K Sports. Seeing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. And it's Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. Jokic drilled from 11 feet out.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
Doncic looking it over. Fires from 18. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Porzingis with the steal. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low. And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Knocks it loose. Denver with the ball. Nuggets are gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Doncic outside. Releases. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
We know this about Luka. This guy dangerous from anywhere on the floor. Such an effective shooter.
Richardson against Rivers. There's the pass to Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Harrison. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Brunson against Rivers. Porzingis inside. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Gordon kicks to Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Here's Brunson following the basket by Jokic. Here's Porzingis. Cauley-Stein controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect CLA Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Denver passing it around. That one falls. Gordon's got 6 points. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Doncic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Morris passes to Bull. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Burke, the pass to Powell. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Tries again. He lays it in.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Burke. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. Bull, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Michael Porter. Hardaway for three. And it's Denver with the rebound. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets leading by 4.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. From 6 feet. Lock at 6. Marjanovic, no good, and that's an intentional foul. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Morris inside, guarded by Doncic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And here are the Nuggets now. Morris inside, guarded by Doncic, and they pick up 2. Morris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. Morris against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Here's Harrison. Burke covering. Tipped away. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And here we go. Pulls up. McGee with the block. And he's able to get it back. Cauley-Stein finds Marjanovic on the money from 12 feet away. Marjanovic has got his second basket. Here's Harrison. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. McGee's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 4. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Morris looking over the floor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Doncic, and the shot goes down. Doncic has got 8.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Here's Bol. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Here's Doncic. Doesn't go that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. Morris dishes the Bol. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Luka Doncic. Richardson the pass to Powell. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
And here's Jokic. He's got 6. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
And in college, Redick was an all-time leading scorer. Years later, he's still a top producer. Great shooting ability is really something you can bank on.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Here's Rivers, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The 3 from Porzingis. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
To the inside. Here's Powell. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the... That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
They've got Harrison. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And that one's good, Marjanovic. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got it all tied up now for Denver.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Hardaway's checked in. They kick it out to Green. Green draws the double. Bob pass to Gordon. Got a hand on it. Green dishes to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Hardaway with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Harrison passes to Green, and he converts the layup.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And an intentional foul right there. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. Cole comes in for Gordon. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Harrison. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And they go to the intentional foul. Morris with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. Outside for Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Morris into the lane. Over Doncic. Morris, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's Hardaway. Doncic against Morris. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game. And boy, it is on display right now.
Millsap in the corner. Back to Morris. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now Bol. 1:27 left in the third. Pass to McGee. And he uses the glass on the layup. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Foul, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Redick passes to Brunson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
That one falls for Brunson. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nuggets trail by 4. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Rivers against Redick. Bob pass to Gordon.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Brunson with it. Outside Hardaway. Here's Powell. Passes it to Finney-Smith. And the pass to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Now here's Porter. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Redick for three. Offline. It's all tied in Denver. And we're just moments away. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Here's Morris, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bull. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in for Shaquille Harrison. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Morris kicks to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Let's go. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks leading. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Morris inside. Guarded by Doncic. Doncic against Morris. Pass to Jokic. Fires the three. And again, Denver no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Rivers can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Cauley Stein. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. A pass to Gordon.
Aaron Gordon wanting the ball with the game and the balance in crucial moments. How big time is he?
Doncic outside. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Can't get it to fall. And it's Gordon penetrating. They now take the lead.
Well, what you love about Aaron Gordon, he's got strength, athleticism, and a high motor. This guy can make tough shots.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harrison's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Richardson, he's checked in for Burke. Free throw good. Gordon.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kinds of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Doncic outside. Good on the shot.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic. Harrison kicks to Jokic. Porzingis with the block, and they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Green, he's checked in for Porter. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Doncic outside. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. Redick with the rebound.
Great contest by the defender. If that's a dunk, you've got to put down in his face.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The drive by Gordon. Yes!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 2. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Aaron Gordon.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon. No good that time. Great D that time from Redick. To the left wing. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. McGee against Doncic. It's good!
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Redick with the 3. Misses the tray. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And George gets it to go. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. And Batum kicks to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. George, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Richardson.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
George double-teamed. Jackson against Richardson from close range. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now the Mavericks with it. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Doncic outside. Trying to get open is Marjanovic.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That was nice.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And Leonard gets it to go.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Here's Brunson. Yep, that one goes in there. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Rondo. Out to Morris. Lets it go with a three. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Brunson scanning the floor. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Rondo dishes to Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 6 points.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's jacked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Shot clock at 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. Morris into the lane.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now Beverly. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6. And will... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Dwight Powell is out there with Doncic. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Redick in at the 2 spot. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Here's Mann. Back to Beverly. Kennard on the wing. Passes to Cousins. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris, left side. Shoots over Burke. Morris, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Lets it go from the wing. Up top, Cousins. The shot misses. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And so they foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Dallas, Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. Mavericks trail by 4.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Porzingis, and it's blocked. On the wing, George. Pass to Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 8.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's George, and the layup falls. George has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Jackson against Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Shoots from the baseline, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Porzingis. Good.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Zubac trying to break loose, and Leonard gets it to go.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Richardson against Jackson. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Richardson.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Here's Morris. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is from the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. They were able to stretch out their lead to...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Jackson finds Zubac. Back to Jackson over Richardson. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call, you know.
That is.
Got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's George. The rebound by Marjanovic. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Richardson, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender. Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Porzingis with the block. Clippers moving the ball around. Another shot. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Richardson for the lead. Has to finish Smith. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jackson passes to Leonard. Can they get it? It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And here's Brunson. And there's the pass to Burke. Fires from deep. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. And he makes that one. George has got 9 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Passes it to Burke. 1:16 left to play in the third. And it's denied. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Brunson the pass to Burke, and he banks in the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Clippers leading by 4. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Stolen by Brunson. Cauley-Stein with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Burke hits them both. Outside Hardaway. 3-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Pass to Kennard. Powell with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Burke. Hardaway has got his second basket of the game.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Here's Oturu. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good on the three. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in down. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And it's the Clippers with the ball on the floor for Dallas. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. Rondo against Brunson. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And so it's Porzingis. They'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Burke to take the lead. Morris against Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. The Clippers shooting 40% from the field. Here's Beverly. The pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Inside, it's tipped. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Burke. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And now a 4-point Maverick lead. Beverly looking around. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one falls for Brunson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
Here's Doncic. The shot will not fall. George with the defensive effort.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Doncic. Leonard, no luck. Dallas leading by 3. Fast break, Dallas. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. A finish, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Now Doncic from deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Outside, George. From deep. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got his first basket.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And And Doncic, here we go. Right wing, there's the triple. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Second chance shot on the wing, Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Leonard, pass to Zubac. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic against George. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Outside Leonard. On the wing, Batum. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
It falls!
He got the ball in perfect position, went up over the smaller defender, and laid it in for a big bucket.
Pass to Batum. Back to George. This one for 3. They get it again. Zubac. And here's Leonard from 3. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And here is Doncic. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Doncic outside. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. This was a hard... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to... short, a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Josh Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took a foot. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Here's McCollum following the score by Dallas. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's Doncic. That one, no good. Nice D from Lillard. Powell kicks to Lillard. Good on the triple. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Now Doncic, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Pass to Powell. Kicks it to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And Cantor throws it down.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
On the wing, Jones. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Cantor finds Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Richardson the pass to Powell. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent. And powering through the contact.
Outside Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. From 13. That one rolling around and rims out.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Simons, guarded by Powell. A nice shot by Simons.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
And here's Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
It's all tied in Portland. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one? And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo, mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Passes it to Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got 9.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Brunson kicks to Powell. There's the 3. Anthony with the block. And he gets it back. Throws it up high. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland leading by 3. Here's Lillard. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Second shot opportunity. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 6.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Lillard against Brunson. The pass to Powell for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley Stein's got 6 rebounds here tonight and stolen by Lillard. 4-on-3 break. Here's Cantor. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
to the left side wing. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Here's Powell. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
McCollum against Richardson. Outside, Covington. Back to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Basket good.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
McCollum outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Going to work. Nurkic puts forth such an effort on offense. That's what gets him his looks.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They lead by 4. Doncic against McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Outside, Porzingis. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
And a close game so far. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jets. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. The shot by Lillard wide open. It's good from about 19 feet. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Doncic with it. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 6. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics. With Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Here's Nurkic. Count that one. He's got 6.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Shot, high post, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Doncic.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to McCollum. Fires for 3. Drains the three-pointer.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic dishes to Richardson. From downtown. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, Richardson's got a really good all-around offensive game, and he can dial it up from deep, too.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Mavericks trail it. A pass to Porzingis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And, guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Marjanovic. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Doncic against Lillard. Here's Marjanovic. Nurkic with the block. And they're able to recover to the middle. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Outside, Redick. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Good, nice job down low. Cauley-Stein's got 8 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lillard outside. From outside the arc. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Portland out in front, up by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the two-guard spot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. Brunson, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Outside, Jones. Here's Kanter. Outside, Anthony. Passes to Lillard. There's the pass to Simons. He feeds it to Kanter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside, Redick. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Pass to Doncic. Unloads from 13. Marjanovic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Over in the corner, Lillard. Second chance effort. Here's the 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
The Mavericks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jones with it. Hardaway picks him up. Down low. Kicks it out to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Nice D from Porzingis.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the inside. And Marjanovic with the slam.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Pass to Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. Kanter, the pass to Jones. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Collum comes in for Anthony Simons. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein's checked in. Clock is at 3. That's a 2 from Lillard. That one wide left.
Yeah, and the height disadvantage there forced him into a really tough shot. Tried to fade away, but just couldn't pull it off.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime.
McCollum outside. Kicks it to Carmelo. And there's the feed to Kanter. And a wide open look for McCollum. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taking 9 shots to get those 5.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Here's Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
Anthony kicks to Kanter. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Redick. And he makes good on the layup. Now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
Tell you what, that bucket could turn out to be large. Redick gets the call and shows no nerve in coming through for him there.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in for Carmelo Anthony. Now Doncic outside Redick. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To take the lead, laces one from 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Foul, no one around him. Portland again missing.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Good.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Three-pointer, Lillard. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. The offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And here's McCollum for 3. The shot, no good. So it's an Aero victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. They seem to relish their role